Hey guys, Artosis here, bringing you game number 3 of a best of 5 between XuanXuan and Sziky. This is the round of 8 of BSL Season 14. The first 2 games were actually on the same video because they were so fast. XuanXuan being hyper greedy in the first game, just kind of dying to Zerglings, and then in game 2, going for basically an all-in, actually doing enough with it, but then not just blocking with his SCVs. So, it's... Like, I'm not going to judge someone completely off of, I believe I've seen about 5 games of XuanXuan so far, but every single game has looked exactly the same, where it's like bunker rushes and like risky Goliath all-ins and stuff like that. So, so far, I'm definitely, I mean, obviously Sziky's up 2-0 and already a great player, but yeah, like, I don't know if XuanXuan can come back. I'm hoping to see a wider range from him, because I kind of described before game 1 what I had seen so far, and that's all we've seen since. So, yeah, we'll see. It's Monopoly for the map. Monopoly TVZ. You've got kind of a big, wide-open main base, so it's, like, a bit harassable, but honestly, I feel like you could go for... I guess there's no movement through the center, so, like, Darkstorm could certainly hold areas, but it wouldn't be too hard to contain the Zerg on 3 base, I think, here. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say I think that SK Terran would be completely fine, and, of course, you can always go for something like a Goliath build if you so want to. If you so wish, not a problem. Or a 1-1-1. You know, those types of builds are not as popular. SK Terran definitely the most popular at the moment. And it looks like that's what XuanXuan is going for. Sziky, on the other hand, is actually going for a pool first here. Already making his lings, and yeah, I honestly can't blame him for this. The way that these games have looked so far, this I would not even consider this a rush against the games that XuanXuan has shown. This is a macro build out of Sziky, I think. Right? Like, you make the Zerglings, and it just makes sure that you don't die early, and your opponent can't be so greedy. Like, honestly, if I was playing against XuanXuan, I'd be like, okay, he's probably going to go, like, Command Center first or something next, based on the builds that we've seen from him. Like, it seems like he seesaws on different risks. But honestly, this game, this is just a very standard expansion build that he's going for. And he starts the Command Center before scouting. He goes double depot, but he actually starts the Command Center before seeing the lings coming. So already I like this for Sziky. I think he might actually be on top of the lings. Yeah, I mean, he's killed 2. He's stopped construction here as well. This might be the fastest best of 5 we ever see. Yeah, like... Okay, well, I mean, you have this many SCVs off of mining. You've already lost, like, 2 Marines, an SCV. The pool first here for Sziky did fantastically. No question about it. Obviously, because he did go for a pool first into expansion, he's a little bit later here, right? That's like a 3:35. So this is basically a 3 hatchery Mutalisk timing on the layer, and XuanXuan should have seen that. But yeah, it just to make it clear why I'm kind of having a hard time here, guys. Basically, if you go for barracks expansion, if you scout them first, you can just throw your command center right down. If you don't, you generally wait, right? You have the timing set up, and you wait to build your command center until you see the hatchery timing, so you know if Zerglings are coming towards you, because things like this can happen. Now, XuanXuan, I think, is recovering fine, right? Like, he's not dead from that. It was needlessly wasteful, I guess. Like, needlessly risky. And I think Sziky did well with it and is probably happy with his position. But XuanXuan, I don't want to, like, oversell it as, like, the biggest mistake in the world, but it points towards the type of games that we've seen from him already, right? Like, there are risks being taken that normally Terrans in this day and age don't really do, right? Like, if you're going to take a risk, like, throw it on a command center first. Anyways, whatever. I'll be quiet about it now. Sziky with a fair amount of lings actually out, trying to catch this SV. Nice micro from XuanXuan with a little mineral glide through. Gonna see the Spire timing here, so you know, looking at the position, I think he's not going to be too upset with where he's at in this game. Like, he's going to be able to put a little bit of pressure on with this Academy rush. The Spire is rather late here, so might be able to force some Sunkens or something like that. But Sziky did get Zergling's speed, so he might have something like a backstab attack ready. A couple of Fire Bats coming out. Will that be for the push, or will that be for the ramp? Oh, that's a beautiful move from Sziky. Running 3 Lings in right now, you get a full scout. You see exactly what's going on, the timing of everything. He's going to slow down the eBay. That's entirely annoying. And now some Lings coming in, going towards that natural. Okay, they see the Marines and then turn around. This medic getting caught on an SCV it wants to heal. And now Sziky is just going to go kill that medic. Okay. XuanXuan going across the map. Ooh, okay, okay. 2 Sunkens, and does get blocked. Almost loses his medic there. Finally does clean up the Lings. Sziky, not with a lot of drones right now. Like, obviously he made all those Lings to do some harassment with, and I think he did a pretty good job with it. He slowed everything down a little bit more, saw what he's up against. Would like to see him drone up a bit from here. He is throwing down his 3rd hatchery in this bottom left main base. Definitely a very important location. One thing I do want to point out is SK Terran is probably going to try to attack this with dropships. The main base is huge. It goes out to like here. So it's incredibly hard, I would say, for Zerg to block it like they do on other maps. Other maps, like, you have a much thinner area to block with your Scourge, and sometimes you put mutas over there. Sometimes you have Lings just patrolling. This map should be a little bit harder to do that on. Now, the mutas coming in, getting a little bit of harassment done. XuanXuan has, okay, very good turret placement here. 1 turret at those racks. He definitely needs to support that with his Marines. Going to be able to push that back a little bit. Spread turrets, but still good defense. Factory is coming up on time. So, looks like, yeah, okay. XuanXuan doing okay here. See, he continuing on that harassment. Another turret getting started. Another couple, in fact. Be interesting to see how Sziky wants to play it with the mutas. Like, how aggressively is he going to start diving in? Ooh, nice pick. Ooh! Oh, just barely misses getting that medic and does end up losing a muta. But I like this balance that we see from Sziky. Notice how he's adding more mutas, but also droning during all this, right? So since the mutas harassment started, he's actually, like, he had 19 when it started, right? So he's already added 9. He has 5 more coming. He's really popping those drones out. He's really building his economy. So I would say in a position like this, Sziky should do the harassment exactly how he's doing it, where it's just on the periphery, right? Like, you don't want to lose too much health. You want to keep XuanXuan back in his base, pick off what you can, but just kind of keep him busy while you rebuild that economy that you spent on that pool first and on those speedlings in the early mid-game. XuanXuan, okay, he has enough turrets here. His spread of Marines is looking pretty good. I actually kind of like this turret line. That's kind of interesting the way he has that set up. Never really seen it like that. His double starport is coming up. Looks like he's going to be going directly into vessels here, which definitely would be a good choice. Now, Sziky, let's see. Evolution Chamber, Queen's Nest over at the 3rd base, and then Hydralisk Den at the natural. So he put everything in different locations. So with the scans you start popping out, you may not find everything. Kind of an interesting choice. I tell you, it's a lot easier as a Terran player if you scan the main base and you see, like, Evolution Chamber and Hydralisk Den next to each other. It gives you a much clearer picture of what's going on. So Carapace gets started. If I had to guess here, we're going to see a lot of lurkers made from Sziky. Normally when you see +1 Carapace... Ooh! Alright, some decent swipes. Sziky will end up losing that Overlord there. XuanXuan pushing the mutas back. But yeah, okay, we actually do have the Hive coming up. I feel like this is a little bit greedy from Sziky, right? Like, he's getting +1 Carapace, he's getting the Lurker aspect and Hive all at once. Normally what you'll see when someone goes for all 3 of those buildings at the same time is they'll actually make a lot of Lurkers. and then go into slightly slower Hive. Here, it seems like Sziky's trying to get everything at once. At this point, XuanXuan's SCV count is magnificent at 55. Like, that is such a healthy economy right now. He's got his vessels coming out. He's added more racks. He's getting his second engineering bay. We got even another barracks here. I'm actually kind of liking this position right this second for XuanXuan. I think he's played a pretty clean game, and he hasn't pushed out yet with his Marines and Medics. I think if he had gone out any further, Sziky might be able to, like, capitalize on his nice micro here. Like, he has actually killed a lot, but XuanXuan is staying very calm with his bio. He's getting out his vessels, and now he's going to gain map control. Like, Irradiate is done, so, you know, we're, like, what is it, 15 seconds off of the Mutas getting very badly hurt from the Irradiate. Now, starting to even take down the turrets so he can fit some more barracks in here, no doubt. Yep, first Irradiate comes out. Oh my god, a ton of damage dealt here. Okay, Sziky. Oh, that was a pretty good pull, but you can see the amount of damage on these Mutas. Now, this push going across, he's only got a couple Sunkens, but he does have plenty of Lurkers here, so should not be dying. Not anytime soon. We have the Defiler Mound coming up. Definitely wants a Nidus. There it is. Nidus here as well. Doesn't have anything blocking the ramp, but definitely wants to do that quickly as well. Well, that's kind of an interesting... I don't know why that Lurker's there. That's like, do you think someone's going to run by and try to go up your ramp? Okay, XuanXuan is actually attacking in. Well, he only has one Lurker here. The Mutas, for the most part, being picked off. I think a little bit of an overextension. Would have been nice to have that additional Lurker down here at the beginning. XuanXuan actually might get damage done with this attack. More Lings coming out. Okay, doesn't really... I mean, honestly, as Terran, when you have gone for this many barracks before your third base, you're very happy with that trade. Just to make it clear, right? You got rid of the Mutas, you got rid of a lot of Lings, you got rid of the Static D Sunkens. And what you traded out is what you can make like 1 million more of, because you have so many racks. Like, look, he actually went up 6, 7 racks. 8th racks coming up? Oh my god. Guy is crazy. So he's going to be going like 8 racks Marine Medic with those Science Vessels. And that means he's got to lean on Sziky here. If Sziky can figure out what's going on, yeah, he has Plague coming. That's exactly what we want to see. I mean, you're going to see that anyways, but he should... In my opinion here, I think Sziky should be playing a more defensive game. Anytime XuanXuan can attack in and trade for any gas units with his Marines, it's a big bonus to him. Because he's just, like, his third command center is rather late. There it is, it just got started. And he's just making a lot of bio units. So yeah, that's definitely something he wants to do. Is to just pick off little units that are out here like this. Like, look, if you can kill this with the Marines, amazing. Not going to do that now. Ling Scourge coming up. Ooh, tries to target the Scourge down. Can't quite do it there. But yeah, if Sziky slows the game slightly here, right? Turtles up with his Lurkers, starts plaguing everything. That becomes very, very painful if you're really relying on mass Marine Medic at this point. Like, we don't have anything like battle cruisers coming up. He is going to try to continue his upgrades. I'm sure he has 2-1. That +3's got to get started. But let's see here. Sziky trying to come down the ramp. He wants that 4th base location. Throws on Dark Swarm. It's not a bad move at all. Pushing everything back for now. Oh, you don't want to lose these vessels. Ooh. Very nice Irradiate onto that Defiler. Just consistent Irradiates and retaining that vessel count is absolutely key here. Producing the Marines and Medics, maybe sending them out onto the map as well. XuanXuan has that 3rd up. We'll see if he takes a 4th relatively soon. Sziky, of course, for him, this is kind of how you end up winning the game, right? Is you get that 4th gas taken so you can really get into your Ultralisk production while keeping up Defilers. Defiler energy is coming, and we also have chitinous plating there for the Ultras. So Sziky definitely going towards the end game right now. But the bio counts are pretty huge. Right, ends up losing a vessel there. A little bit sloppy from XuanXuan. I love that he's sending another group of medics out, or Marines, rather. No medics at all, in fact. Chasing this one Marine down here. But yeah, you really want to send these groups out and just kind of have them standing around the map to catch anything that Sziky's trying to do. Because, you know, eventually, as Zerg, you do want to start coming out and trying to do little moves with, like, you know, Lurker-ling the Filer. Oh, another vessel pickoff. Not too bad. More defilers coming down. You gotta keep those dark swarms up. You gotta keep this position turtled. Nice plague, though. This is an awesome, awesome move from Sziky. More Marines and medics being fielded. And there we go, the physics lab now as well. He does have that third gas, so you can actually produce a lot of BCs off of that. Filerling being rallied down. Let's take a look at the upgrades. All right, +2. Does have that +1 melee coming in second evolution chamber for +3 carapace. +3 carapace actually incredibly important. So Sziky here, he's making a lot of ultras, but they actually won't fight that well because the Marines are very well upgraded. So you need defilers in tandem with them. So this gas incredibly important for him. He does have 124 supply. It's pretty healthy. All right, Darkstorm goes down. Ooh, he picks the Defiler, though. Great move there from XuanXuan. Definitely showing us a different side of his play here. Just a ton of Marines and medics out on the map. Really choking things up quite a bit. Almost maxed out at this point. Yeah, the Ultra's having a little bit of a hard time. Only on equal upgrades right now. In fact, not even quite because they have no melee attack. A little bit wasteful here from Sziky. XuanXuan bringing everything he has up here. There's no lurkers and no defilers. Oh, he actually can deal a lot of damage here. He's got to reinforce his base immediately right now. Sending his units back up through that Nidus. Okay, he is burrowing some lurkers, and as you burrow those lurkers, should make you pretty safe here. XuanXuan pulls back. This would be a great moment to try to hit this base once again. A little bit hard to walk all the way back down there. And the Darkstorm goes out in the middle. A lot of the Defiler gets picked off there, but a lot of Fire Bats being added in. Looks like XuanXuan thinking about attacking with 3 lurkers. Thinks better of it, though. Quite a few battles going on up there at the moment. Sziky does have that third gas, or the fourth gas, rather. But he really needs to stabilize, and it doesn't look like he's able to do that right now. With battlecruisers being produced as well, it's going to just become harder. XuanXuan taking another base down at 6 o'clock. All right, holding on for now. More ultras coming. But yeah, this is an important thing to point out, right? Basically, +4 carapace on ultras is equal to +2 attack on Marines. You just ignore chitinous. So if either side has one more attack than the opponent has carapace, like look, +3 against +2, that's a big advantage for Terran. So we see the ultras being made, but unless they're being used with the defilers, it's going to be very hard for Sziky to win any battles there. So the ultra's starting to come out. Ultra speed not quite done yet. Some more radiates coming on top of that defiler there. XuanXuan's bank mostly used up. Notice he's out of minerals here, and here is main and natural. Third base still very healthy, sending a bunch of SCVs down to his fourth now as well. So as long as he's got those 2 mining bases, he's going to be feeling pretty good. Another Plague and Darkstorm over here, so holding him off still. Sziky holding on here. Don't forget, if Sziky wins this game, he wins this series and moves on to the round of 4. Although right now, not really looking that great for him. Definitely feeling XuanXuan is a bit ahead. these ultras. A little bit wasteful here, unfortunately. Yeah, kind of running them in one at a time. Not very efficient. The fourth base, no real defense here, just a handful of Zerglings. Of course, against the 3-3 Marines, those 1-2 Zerglings will not end up doing much, but the Muta's coming out. Oh my god, they're going to get a lot of vessels here. Sounded like about 4 vessels fell there to the Mutas, so a nice move from Sziky, but is it too little too late? I think he still has a chance, but XuanXuan has so many units out here, and honestly, if he sent any units down to this base, it would become very difficult for Sziky to hold on, but XuanXuan trying to shove himself through this natural. Right, the Filer's coming way forward here, throwing down the plague. Firebats being added in. Honestly, wouldn't mind seeing more Firebats. XuanXuan has a huge gas bank at this point, so you could actually switch to very, very heavy Firebat, and it would actually be very good for him because this late, you're running out of gases, Zerg, right? This one's low. This one should be gone. Yeah, there it is, depleted. So you see more and more Zerglings the later it gets in the game for Zerg, and Firebats just become much more powerful at that point. Now the BC coming up, starting to put some damage on. Ultras through that Dark Swarm. Of course, 2 Ultras not going to be enough against these 3-3 Marines. Turns them around, but not before they lose about half their health here. Alright, I think XuanXuan is actually on the very brink of winning this game now. Sziky not with much left over. A little counterattack coming out. Doesn't have very much left. And I mean, if you lose this natural, that's it. GG. XuanXuan puts his name on the board.